Hiroshi Akabane is back now with a new film. And after his last outing, I wanted to check this one out. So folks, let's jump into my review of the new film, The Divine Protector, Master Salt Begins. What's up, folks, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the film The Divine Protector, Master Salt Begins, which is available in theaters now. Now, folks, if you do love Japanese cinema, you kind of know the deal once it hits American soil. You have to check your local theater that shows international films. And in this case, you never know what may be shown, because with Japanese films in particular, sometimes it's in there for a weekend, sometimes for 2 weekends, and then it's gone. So you have to call your local theater to see if it's available, when it may be available, or if it had already been shown. But hey, you got to do the work to find out, where to find this film in theaters. But yes, it is available now. Had a chance to check it out. And hey, I like Hiroshi's previous film, The Cherry Bushido. And knowing that another film was coming out this year already, I was like, yeah, gotta check this one out. My review for The Cherry Bushido is available now. But yeah, going into this film, I was like, okay, I know exactly the DNA of what these films are. And yes, you're gonna have some CGI that looks kind of exaggerated. You have these CGI environments. In this case, you have CGI demons that also look, very computer generated, like very, very much, and that's fine, because that's what this film wants to be, and the other thing is that this film has like a mix of a couple of DNAs in terms of things that I love to consume. Number one, it certainly feels like an RPG, a live action RPG. It feels like a live action anime. And then it also kind of feels like the things that I kind of grew up watching on television, such as Power Rangers. And that's fine. That's what this film wants to be. Then that's how I'm going to rate this film. And that's why reviews are a little bit hard to kind of digest at times, because people just look at it through one lens. But you have to always look at what the film wants to be and then judge it off of that. And for that, I enjoyed this film just like I enjoyed The Cherry Bushido. So yeah, on that note, you have these three girls at Kamono Girls High School, and one of the girls, there's something up with her. Like, she has this, it looks like she's been abused, but she can't figure out what it is. But it comes off as if it's something demonic, because she's hearing things, and things is all sorts of kind of crazy. Kind of comes off like Jujutsu Kaisen, because she's kind of been cursed. And by that, well, if you got cursed, then you need to do something to get this evil spirit out of you. And then in this case, the three girls, they summon Master Salt, who Master Salt comes down and she makes do with this, no problem. And then one of the girls, Nanako, the one that had the spirit attached to her, said, I want to learn from you. And then Master Salt's like, hey, wait a minute now. I ain't say all that, but I will teach you that, hey, you can summon me at any given point, and I'll do the work for you. So you can follow the things I do, but you're not going to take my place, and that's what the story is that these three girls, they seek out all sorts of negativity and evil spirits within their city and summon Master Salt to do the right thing. And when Master Salt comes in, she does this Z motion and a strike through it, and that's like, here, repel, return, protect, the divine, and then it's a wrap. And then these people that are possessed by these evil spirits are now, written of them, and now they can sort of serve in a more positive light. And Master Salt is a servant of Buddha, and you got folks that does not believe in that. You got folks who are just bad people who are abusers, people who are just all sorts of this negativity in the world. But that's what Master Salt is here, is to right the evil in the world. Now, with that being said, again, Master Salt comes down like a summoning on Final Fantasy. When you can't beat the big boss, you gotta call up for the big shooters, you got the big guns, and that's kind of where Master Salt comes in. And when Master Salt comes in, Master Salt now sort of comes into like a CGI environment, the environment of where the evil spirit exists. And they have their talk, and Master Salt's like, okay, cool. You don't want to do the right thing, then I'll get rid of you. And then the person that the spirit possesses then sort of returns to a better quality of life, and that makes everything around. And in this film, being 2 hours, she does this a couple of times until she gets to the final boss, and that's where we get the big showdown. But other than that, you know, she comes in, she says, hey, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. You can't do these things. Please let go of this human, or I'm going to do my thing and you know, get you out of here myself. So that's kind of what it is. And you know, she has her own theme song where she enters, and it's pretty cool. And all she wants to do is be fed noodles. You know, if you're going to summon me, you know, feed me noodles. And I swear, these 3 young ladies, they spent about $20 and they changed about 6 to 7 people's lives just off of that. So like, you know, I enjoyed the film because it does exactly what it wants to do in terms of like, it knows its identity. You know, it doesn't overly become too serious. It's definitely kind of, the demo is definitely like that sort of that grouping of folks that like, you know, anime, that grew up on stuff like Power Rangers or Sentai or any of these things, you know, and it follows that just in a film sort of, and averagely I can't even honestly say that, because again, once she writes one demon, then it's the next, and then it's the next, and then it's the next. So it's like mini episodes and all of this, because once they do one person, the 3 girls are off to their next adventure. So like, you know, it's cool. It's like a mini series, but they're just all put together. That's what I can say. It just has a little bit of like a film budget, which on that note too, is still not even a major budget, but it still works effectively. I thought the CGI looks good for what it wants to be, because once it enters like these CGI environments, it totally looks like it, you know. And then the CGI monsters, they totally look noticeable, you know, and they try to make it as such, you know. And that's what I enjoy. And then the 3 girls, in terms of their acting, you know, you're not getting too much. They're 3 high school girls, so of course they're going to be a little green at times, and sometimes innocent, but sometimes naive, like what you would expect from high school girls. For that note, they nailed it. And then when they need help, they call up and summon Master Salt. Master Salt comes down, you know, the theme music hits, and then it's a wrap. You know, so I enjoyed it, man. It knew exactly what it wanted to be, and it executed. So I'm really digging Hiroshi's work, and looking forward to seeing more, because like now 2 for 2, and regardless of what reviews are saying, I personally know what this film wants to be, because it just it has the DNA of so many other things that I consumed. And like I said, it's like a live action RPG. It's like a like Power Rangers, just, you know, its own thing. And then also it's like a live action anime, and that's fine, you know, and that's what it wanted to be, I feel, and I think it executed pretty well. So hey, if that makes sense to you, check out The Divine Protector, Master Salt Begins. Hell, I hope we get more, because like I said, this is where Master Salt begins. I want more stories. I want to see Master Salt in some more difficult battles, because I say in this movie, she kind of washed everybody pretty easily, and she also kind of gained an ally as well. And now that these 3 girls kind of got a sort of a purpose on Earth, like, let's see what they can do more, you know. So let's see what happens with this film. It would be nice to get a little bit more within this story. So yeah. Anyway, check it out, folks. Jump in the comments, let me know your thoughts about it, and as always, stay tuned for more reviews very soon.